What's John Lund, guys? Welcome back to This is the Police. This is Chapter 3. When we last left off, we made it to Day 6. Let's check the headlines before we head to work. What do we got here? According to Dr. Eleanor Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer sent to mental hospital. Mayor Rogers, not afraid of the competition. Nothing we really need to know.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. The photo could have been doctored, of course, but Sand doesn't go in for cheap theatrics. Kendrick is dead, his family is dead, and they probably died slowly and painfully. But Sand's got a bigger game. He's not trying to frighten me. He's just trying to clue me in on the facts. I didn't agree to work for him on my own, so now they're just going to insist. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Severed leg. Interesting. There was a fire at my daughter's school and my little girl was seriously burned. She's in intensive care. Can I go to her? Yes, of course. We have a pretty good B shift here. Stokes is here because he missed yesterday. Of course, we have to select some music here. I think this is where we left off, right? Did I listen to this? I remember this one for sure. I think we listened to that. Don't You Leave Me Here. Pierce Pickering Barrel House Jazz Band. Some jazz. Gang member Kwon Yin Lin turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Okay. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Ning He. Start an investigation on him. In this way, you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain and ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished and you'll get to claim a reward. Makes sense? There's also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus, but you deal with that person is over. Don't settle for small fish. You use the small fish to catch the big fish. This is true. So I can arrest him for a bonus 2,000. Like I said, we'll start the investigation on our friend here. Receiving stolen property. Wise Dragon Restaurant. Ning He hid the stolen antique necklace. I'll have Mole on the case there. I don't want to tie up too many assets to that specifically. What do we got here? Eliminate the Red Mask Gang. Bao Ling gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Masks gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you'll need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Jack, you swore an oath to the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. Now you can hire one more police officer. Interesting. Crystal McCoy, eh? I don't know if I need them shift A or shift B. I guess shift. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8 there. Let's throw them on shift A, I guess. You know what? I should have balanced that better. Should have said shift B. But oh. It's fine. Attempted murder at the Sugar Dream Confectionery. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. It's in Stokes and Asano. Alright, what do we got here? Receiving stolen property. Ning He is the faithful assistant Jin Yang, founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Ning He keeps his most valuable prizes at home while he arranges their sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant the day before he's planning to make the deal. The gang must have had an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock. However, it was closed the night before because an important deal was going down. Ning He has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in a safe under the bar. So we know he showed up there and he left empty-handed. We'll see what Mole digs up there. Have I checked all this? I have, right? Yeah. Good job. Vendor caught, officers unharmed. I'm happy with that. Carjacking in the suburb. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding in a locked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled toward the suburbs. I want to build up some of my people, so I'm going to send 3 on that. Wasn't going to, but I want to try to build up some of the non-proficient people. Looks like Stokes and Asano came back job. Officers have determined the car thief's location. Overtake him and attempt to take him into custody. Good job. It's looking pretty good so far. What do we got? Hostage situation in the suburb. A weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. This could be nothing. But I'm worried it's not. Send Stokes for sure. Sano. Maybe Tsubaki. I don't want to send 4. I feel like 4 is obsessive. Even though I had the option to. In case it's a false alarm or something. Trying to balance everything here. Nice, pretty. Hollinger and Mixon came back. Alright. What do they got? A theft at Rubinovich Casino. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000 in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Purdy and Mixon, you're on that one. What's the report about that? It's a false alarm. Joseph Laurie's mother wouldn't let him go play until he ate his broccoli. I figured it would be a false alarm. Ooh. The Sands need help. From Christopher G. Sand. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to repay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show whose side the police are on. It's in one of the lower level guys. Job. I feel like I'm finally starting to get more and more experience and building up things better. Ooh, assault with a deadly weapon at the city center. At a parking lot exit, security guards stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. Female driver reached casually into the glove compartment, then pulled a gun and opened fire. That is kind of a big deal. Stokes, Asano, Tsubaki, and Kochi, you're all up. Take them down. We gotta deal with that quick. Looks like Hollinger came back. Pretty Mixon. Gonna be a late night tonight, that's for sure. Police cruiser has caught up with the perpetrator's van. Use the bullhorn to order the van to stop. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. Go of that man right now. I didn't want to just open fire on her, but I mean, that could have been very dangerous and very bad. I probably should have started with that. Just bang, bang. Alright, receiving stolen property from detective mode. We got 3 new frames. Let's open the investigation then. I feel like that's the way it goes. Guy shows up on his bike, enters the bar, it's the back door. No. There we go. Sequence completed. Ning He, Chinese immigrant, hasn't officially worked anywhere for the past 10 years. Alright. Receiving stolen property. Suburb. A year ago, Ning became owner of the house. The home was listed as a gift on his tax return. Stokes, Mixon, you're up. Send the SWAT team too, just to be safe. I want to bring this guy in. Nice, good job. If he was, I don't know, if it was a lower level, I probably wouldn't have sent the SWAT team, but just because he's a mid-ranking guy. Make 20 grand if I go for him. Or go for her, sorry. Let's leave it for now. Let's end the day. You know, it's 3 a.m. Busting our asses off out here. Day 7, July 21st, Sunday. Investigation into Francis Kendrick could resume. Racist gangs run wild in city. Second tower to be built in Freiburg. We'll say it after here.
The people of Freiburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of hundred rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freiburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions. Myself, I kinda like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
Martin Stett is your new deputy. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes, but you're coming back tomorrow. She's all sorts of fucked up. Yeah, I need you tomorrow if you're going home. Dude, I just hired you. I just hired her. Oh my god. I knew there was something wrong with this chick. Buying records. New records can be attained as a gift or thank you for your service, but why wait when you can refill your collection now? In the Ultras list catalog, you can always find a rich assortment at the lowest possible prices. Pre-order and save. There was one on sale there. I saved, what, 40 bucks on that? No, 30, sorry. 33 on that. Yeah. We haven't listened to all the records I have yet. Let's get through all the records we have first, and then we'll talk about it. What's this sauce? Billabong, Len Bernard, Bob Bernard. Mafia services. The Mafia can offer you some very interesting services. You're practically a member of the family now, so it will hardly cost you a thing. What do we have here? Crime Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. Up to 3 cops. Jesus. Investigation Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special investigation, and the detective who arrives at the scene will be killed. Only one detective. Threatened. The Mafia will intimidate members of the committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. Your new assistant is no Kendrick, but he's not as useless as he might seem. He can handle some of your duties while you're pressed for time, but lunch is on you, along with any other expenses. I have some statistics here. So it's day 7. I have 173 days left. Weekly salary is $1,200. We've earned $5,700. We've solved 11 crimes and failed 12. 3 cases solved. 1 officer dead. 2 officers fired. Our best officer is McCoy, who's a drunk, and best detective is Mole. Okay. Funeral. This woman was an honest servant of the city. Today she was buried with military honors. Thank you, Austin, for all that you did. What other affairs do I have? Okay.
9/11 in progress.
Start an investigation on Jin Yang. Sale of stolen goods. Wise Dragon Restaurant. Jin Yang sold a stolen antique to a Chinese businessman. Let's get a couple of you on this. We're gonna need a lot of manpower to take down the head here. What do we got? Theft at Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Store. Shoe store clerk reports that 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then without paying ran out of the shop wearing the new shoes. Who would have thought? Alright, send Morta and Smatty. See if they can take care of that. We have a lot of lower proficient people on the team here. Some green horns here. We'll balance it out though. Okay, the investigation has started. Jin Yang always handles the big deals personally. Chinese businessman Bo Shu secretly arrived in Freiburg last week. He's convinced that the necklace was stolen from his family back in the 17th century. Jin Yang typically pretends to be a regular restaurant visitor and tells the buyer in advance which table to find her at. Bo Shu prefers to travel without a bodyguard or driver so as not to attract too much attention. Jin Yang always insists on full payment up front and never deals in cash. Attempted murder in the suburbs. A man returned from work earlier than usual, found his young wife in bed with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. This could get dirty real quick. I'm gonna send Vandal, Birch, and Grant. The teens are standing around smoking not far from the s'more, admiring their new shoes. Time to return those shoes. Hey. Municipal assignment from City Hall. Today in Freiburg, we're hosting the premiere of the Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked the city for an officer standing at the door to ensure that visitors don't bring their handheld cameras into the theater. Rich Jr. up. Morita and Samadi are back. What the hell? Jesus. We caught the offender, but Birch and Grant died. Okay, I need 2 for Shift A. That's brutal. Birch Jr. is going to be pissed. Assault at Freiburg Elementary School. A young father deprived of his parental rights tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked the teacher, knocked her to the ground, and started kicking her. Well, that's not going to fly. Morita, Smatty, and Gilbert, you're on this one. We're down 2 people now. Technically 3 because Birch Jr. is doing something. What do we got here? Ulrich Bieber City Center. Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue, which our mutual friend Charles Dill said you could help me with. As you may already know, I own the largest music store in Freiburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. Some of your guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation. She just smiled and gave them whatever they asked for. Not even check into the warrant. Let me see if I can get back to that person on that. Mafia assignment from Christopher G. Sand. Jack, we have something going down today at Engineer Plant at 2209. We wouldn't want any policeman crashing the party. I think $4,000 should be enough for such a request. That sounds alright. I don't know if they'll be able to make it back in time, but if they can, then I'll send a few of them out. Disorderly conduct at the Gallery of Modern Art. Guard says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Good work. Trying to figure what the best course of action would be. Do I send just Vandal by himself here? Probably not, eh? Okay. I was trying to figure out what that was. It's the blinds in his office. Ooh, all the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job a couple of weeks, and he's worried he's going to be fired over the foolishness. The police calm him down, and he points out the bathroom stall that the artist locked himself inside. Come out with your hands up. Terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. Tell me about your work. Talked him down out of it. Good job. What's that report here? Chief, we helped Ulrich Bieber, and to thank us, he gave us a Gennaro Crespo album, The Master. True, Vandal prefers glam, so he was really sad at the bar by the time the shift ended. I'll take that.